Okay, this is going to be a TDM on Yemen using my easy mode setup. Starting off with a MP7, using a suppressor and a laser sight, using a wildcard for perk 1 greed, means 2 perks, first slot of flak jacket and ghost, toughness because no one likes to flinch, dexterity, I don't know why, I don't really need it, but I use it anyways, using Semtex and a shock charge. And this is a pretty good rushing setup. I mean, it's not 100% perfect. If I realistically, I would love to add another attachment to the MP7, maybe a grip, but I feel as it is, it's pretty good. And the main purpose of this video is to answer a question, and I've had it asked a handful of times, and it's not really important. I mean, my channel's not big enough to, I don't know, warrant these kind of questions to be answered in a video, but I have time and I might as well answer it while I'm here. And that question is, why U Hipfire? Why no ADS? Why do you prefer to Hipfire over using ADS, which is aim down sights? And the answer is simple. It's really powerful in this game. It's surprisingly powerful. Probably too strong. I know they nerfed it a bit, so it isn't quite as good as it used to be. But Hipfire in this game is quite good. It's probably the best in any Modern Warfare that I can remember. And I see it as a valid way of playing. Some people don't agree with it, but some people think that I should just be aiming down sights, hanging back, playing defensive, and it's like, I'm assuming people see it and they think it's a weird way of playing. Like, you shouldn't be playing that way. You should be hiding behind chest high barrels, chest high boxes, aiming down the sights, waiting for someone to come around, turn the corner, come around the corridor, and just shoot and kill them, which is what this game has been designed around for a while. But I always found that it's boring. Like, I loved rushing. Rushing was something I loved to do in Modern Warfare 2. It was something I did with the SPAS 12. You know, I was the kind of guy who used lightweight, marathon. I believe it was sleight of hand. Steady aim. And you just ran around the map like a madman and just hip fire like a crazy bastard. And the SPAS 12 allowed you to play that way, and it was a great way of playing. Pissed people off to no end because that gun was overpowered and they didn't patch the game at all. But that was a great way of playing, and Modern Warfare 3 you couldn't do it. Black Ops 2, the first Black Ops you couldn't really do it. Black Ops 2 you can do it. Unfortunately, the shotguns aren't very good, but in this game, the submachine guns are really good, and you can do it with almost all of them. And if you've seen other videos on my channel, you know that I've also used the Scorpion Evo, the Remington, and the MP7 like I'm using now to great success. I don't limit myself just to hip fire. I mean, obviously that's crazy. Long distance matches, I'll never win. But hip firing in close quarters is probably better than the knife if you're using the standard knife. If you switch out to your secondary when you don't have anything in that, for whatever reason, that knife is fantastic. That knife kills in one shot and it's super reliable. Unlike the knife that you're using when you have like your primary out, it's like it whiffs all the time. It's completely unreliable. But that secondary knife, that's a good knife. Use that knife. Anyways, I digress. To get back to the original question, why don't I ADS? Why don't I aim down sights? And it comes down to simply, I wasn't having fun playing Black Ops 2 defensively. I'm an offensive player, or a really good support player. I like rushing, I like picking up dog tags, playing the objective. I don't like hanging back and trying to pick people off. I like rushing. I like putting my nose into the business and just going. And I was playing defensively because this game is designed around and rewards defensive players. You know, you aim down sides, behind a barrel, around a corner people frequent, you're going to get a lot of kills. You set up in a building using a guardian and a turret, you're going to get a lot of kills. A lot of cheap kills, but you're going to get a lot of kills. And I just couldn't play that way. I can't play that way. I find it boring to just sit in a corner with a guardian and a turret and you prone looking down a hallway waiting for someone to come up and shooting them before they have a chance to respond. And while I consider that a pretty cheap tactic, it's an effective tactic and it works if you're willing to play that way. I'm just not willing to play that way. I don't find it interesting. I find it quite boring. And I'll take it back to the old Modern Warfare 2. There were quite a few videos of people getting nukes on YouTube and whatnot. And most of those videos revolved around playing in a free-for-all match and camping a very specific, well-traversed area of the map and setting up claymores, setting up C4, setting up whatever they really wanted, using Scavenger Pro, setting down their explosives, looking down a sight, looking down a hall, and just waiting for someone to pass in front of them. Boom, boom, 2 kills, get an overpowered kill streak, and then finish the game using a chopper gunner to get your nuke. While those are great to watch, I never found them quite to be very entertaining. The only one I really did find entertaining was Sandy Ravage. Now, if you haven't seen a Sandy Ravage video, go watch his stuff. The Spaz Tech 1, 2, and 3. Probably a 4. I think there's number 4. I don't remember. It's been a while. Those are the kind of videos I want to emulate. Those are the kind of videos that were really fantastic. And in those Sandy Ravage videos, he used the Spaz 12. And the Spaz 12, if none of you guys ever got the chance to play Modern Warfare 2, I'm assuming you have. If you have Black Ops 2, it's a fantastic shotgun. It was probably the best shotgun ever, aside from the 1887s, because those were just way too good. And his style revolved around using the Spaz 12, rushing into enemy spawn, and just using reaction and twitch-based and aiming, hip-firing mostly, destroying people in spawn, getting good kill streaks, and then eventually getting your nuke. Now, his style impressed on me quite a bit, and I've been trying to imitate it in every single Modern Warfare or Black Ops game since, and this is the game I've had the most success in, using the submachine guns. Primarily the MP7, the Scorpion Evo, and the Remington. And I've used those guns to great success. Some people don't like it, some people think I'm playing the game wrong. Well, I don't think I'm playing the game wrong. I think I'm just playing it differently, the way people don't expect it to be played. And the reason why I play it that way is because I find it more entertaining. I find it more entertaining to go into enemy spawn and trying to pick off 3, 4, 5 people before I'm gunned down. That's more entertaining to me than aiming down the sights from behind a chest high box or around a corner, knowing that someone's going to come around eventually. It's just the way I find it more entertaining. I don't like hanging back. So I'm just constantly rushing, and hip firing is just the byproduct, realistically. Because you're constantly in spawn, you don't always have the opportunity of aiming down the sides. Now, in these videos, I do aim down sights when it's needed, but primarily, it's just hip fire, and I find it fun. I mean, it's probably the best thing you can do in close quarters. The knife isn't reliable unless you pull it out as a secondary. So that's mainly my reason, is that I enjoy rushing. Hip firing is just the byproduct. You don't always have time to aim, and it's what I do. Some people don't like it. I say give it a shot. I mean, honestly, just go into a game, pick an MP7, put the suppressor, the laser sight, use this setup, and just try and kill as many people as you can. I think you'll find it entertaining. I know I did. So this is what I would say. Give it a shot. If you like it, go with it. If you don't like it, don't do it. Laters.